Good morning, YouTube. This is your captain speaking. You're on the lifeboat. Ooh, hello. Good morning. Today's the day. It's always the day, but today's that one day. The day I get my abysmal tooth pulled. Really excited. Ooh, something in my throat. Really excited. I also just walked to the gas station. That's why I'm late. To get some caffeine quickly. I woke up pretty close to the line, so apologize for that. But I saw something really interesting on my walk. One of the apartments on the other end towards the gas station was walking past their door on the way back to my house. And in their window, they have this little poster that says, "Join the Communist Party. Progress this way." And it looks like an old school propaganda style of it, like the way it's laid out. It's kind of cool looking. But I thought about that. I was like, people actually are into that, huh? I guess that's not surprising, but it surprised me. I was like, wow, okay. Body Illusion, Sandy Wandy, Ben Bacon Bits, Deaudre Gore. Good to see you guys. Amira Dira. It is very interesting. I feel like I want to speak on it, but I also feel like I might put my foot in my mouth. So maybe it's just inspiration for learning and research for myself. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure I know what I'm going to find. And at least I won't feel bad speaking out about it after that. It's important to know where you stand, Because if you don't know where you stand, you can't stand your ground. Does that make sense? So not that you need to in every situation, right? I feel like I definitely want to pick my battles, but I don't want to speak on it because I don't know where I stand. I mean, I feel like I do, but I don't want to be caught with my pants down after I've said a whole bunch of stuff, Good morning, Sandy Wandy. Good to see you. Today's a great day. I'm going to fix this tooth up. My ring light keeps turning itself now. Rick Smith, what's going on? Good morning. I didn't finish my roll call. Let's do the scrolling thing here. Kristen Melinda, what's going on? Good to see you. Good morning. Saguaro Christmas, the seventh son, Steve-O. It is always good to learn. Yeah. All I can really think about is my tooth. I'm getting pulled. I'm so excited. I wonder how much better I'm going to feel. Probably markedly. Valerie 102, my friend. Welcome in. Good morning. How are you? Glad you made it. I heard the Admiral was pretty live last night. Pretty lively. He should be helping out today as well. Yeah, tooth pain does suck. It's all right. I should be able to fix it today. If I had my wits about me the last time I went, I would have had him pull it then, but I got really wrapped up in the whole picture instead of just the one tooth that's causing me problems. Having dinner last night sucked. I can't even tell you. I was eating pizza again, and I was like, I really need to get this tooth fixed. This pizza sucks. Please hit that like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications if you like what we do here. It certainly makes a difference. We're going to have, today's Tuesday, we have Mary Jones Blessed to Crochet today at, I believe, 11:30 a.m. Pacific. I'm going to double check real quick. We're also going to have Carol at Needing a Meeting, 1:40 p.m. Pacific time today, as well as the Admiral tonight at 7:30 p.m. Dirty Mouse, good morning. Kind of wired, been awake for many a time increment. Well, now you're here, and I'm glad you are. Yeah, it's bad when pizza sucks. That's what I was thinking. I was like, this sucks. What was I doing? Looking up times. Yeah, catch all of our ripples this week, especially today. Today we've got quite a bit going on. Blessed to Crochet will be on at 11 a.m. Pacific time, which is also 2:30 p.m. Eastern. And Carol at Needing Meeting at 1:40 p.m. Pacific. So catch them. Of course, the Admiral this evening. Tell him I sent you. It makes me look good. And right now we're doing this. I may have an evening show. Depends on how the tooth thing goes, right? I would like to have an evening thing, but if I get the tooth pulled, I'm probably not going to be here. So, if that's the case, Admiral will be coming through to save the day. Seventh son is here. His voice is so loud. I heard some questionable things about Nako. Are you guys familiar with Nako Bear? Today's Tuesday. I always forget which day Tara is on. I should know, and I'm going to start advertising for her because she's the greatest. That is a good question, Body Illusion. Yeah, isn't it Thursday? It might be Tuesday. I don't know. No, Nako Bear. He's an artist. He is the lead singer for Medicine for the People. But I heard some. This was years ago. But I heard some. Okay, Ben Bacon Bits knows. Yeah, Tara's on tonight. I don't know the time. I believe it's right before the lifeboat, so I believe she's on at 4 p.m. But I'm gonna go with that. 4 p.m. Pacific. I'm pretty sure she's Pacific herself. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, I heard some questionable things about this guy, and he has such a positive message, and all his songs are like way like positive, just exceptionally positive. Like that's the only common denominator in all of his music is just positivity. But I heard that he was like caught grooming young women or something like that. And that just like breaks my heart. It's like, what the heck? I can't even enjoy music anymore. Like, is that what's going on? You're just gonna make a bunch of good music and then do terrible things so that I have to like think about it every time I listen to you sing? Like what the heck's going on here? I have to make a choice and not listen to you because you suck. You know what I mean? Do you guys have any artists that you don't listen to now because you've heard things about? Or do you kind of enjoy the music and forget or ignore that they're terrible people? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Do you have any artists like that? That's what I'm saying, Shannon Smith. Does everyone do this? Like, what the heck? It's so crazy. I don't necessarily want to spend too much time on it because it makes me really sad, but I did want to bring it up. It was on my mind. And it's something that I want other people's opinion on as well. Like, do you stop listening to artists when that happens? Because, like, to not stop would be to support, right? To, like, give money to literally this person. Yeah, and I also have a long list of music that I won't listen to, Dirty Mouse. I agree. Rick Smith says no. Lots of things I've had to stop enjoying because of things like that. Krishna Melinda says, so far I can't think of one I really loved that I found was horrible. Like I knew who P. Diddy was, but I wasn't attached to him. Yeah, I never really liked his music anyway. To be honest, I'm not really a Diddy fan. He's not that good. He's a much better businessman than he is a musical artist, I think. That is a much better way to put it, I think, Shannon. I think that makes it pretty clear what the course of action is, right? Miradira says, I feel like it depends on how bad the thing is for me. That makes sense too. The reality is, and this is a lesson that I keep having to learn over and over for some reason, that your heroes are only human. Our heroes are only human. Everyone that I've ever idolized has let me down real hard. Um, so I try to keep that in perspective now. It doesn't, I don't know if it helps or changes anything, but everyone that I've ever put on that pedestal in my mind and my heart has let me down because they're only human. They can only do their best. Body Illusion says it's hard to stop listening because of my memories attached to them. That makes a lot of sense too. Tara Smiling, are you live today at 4 p.m. Pacific? Good to see you, by the way. Good morning. Love you. You're the best. Thanks. See, you're exceptional too. Aw. Dirty Mouse says, we want our music people to act like teens. It's no wonder they hit on teens. Yeah, the whole image thing, the whole detachment from reality thing is a little dangerous without some structure and some know-how, I think. The people in the music industry that are bringing these young artists up are not necessarily good role models, but they are good at making money, and they're probably good at taking your money too. That's just my uneducated opinion. But yeah, I lots of fun ideas going around today. Accusations can also be false. Very, very apt, astute observation. I am live today, 4 p.m. Pacific. My memory is pretty good, I guess. All right. Tara smiling. 4 p.m., everybody. You heard it here first. I'm just kidding. I do find cancel culture dangerous, says Kristen Melinda. That said, I have no desire to put any more money in the pocket of people who who are predators of children. I agree, 150,000%. Cancel culture can be dangerous, but that's the whole, that's the fact that it's like there are cases of it being like justly used, right? And then there are cases documented of it being attempted to be used like as a weapon rather than like as a tool. Does that make sense? Right? We've seen it used properly and used improperly. So now we know the full spectrum of capability of this whole cancel thing, right? This is another thing that I've wanted to do a show on for a long time, cancel culture. I have a whole show actually written up on it that I did in Salt Lake way back when. But I wonder what it looks like today. I should look at it. But yeah, we need to be able to speak up and support each other, but we also need to quit lying. There's a movie, I forget what it's called, but the premise is there's a guy in this on the earth, and he's the only guy that can lie. Everyone else on planet Earth has to tell the truth, and he realizes that he can tell lies. And I never saw it, but it looked like a funny comedy. Yeah, Mira, I feel like I would not be able to abide that. Also, when they get to a certain level of fame, Mira says, they're just surrounded by yes people that don't hold stars accountable. Yeah, I can't, I couldn't abide that. I would fire all my yes people. They would all be fired. On the top of the application for employment with me, it would say, have to be real with me or whatever. Like, no yes people. Tell me how it is. If I don't like it, I'll tell you. But that's part of the job. Part of the job is not being a yes man or a yes woman. One of the reasons why I idolize Neil Peart, says Ben Bacon Bits, so much is he was a super nice and humble guy in person. Yeah, there are better drummers, but his replies to my emails were awesome and nice. Did you just say there are better drummers than Neil Peart? I think I disagree. Wait, I definitely disagree. 100%. I'm pretty sure that Neil Peart's the best drummer that ever lived. But we don't have to. I'm not intending to start an argument or anything. I just wanted to state my opinion. Blasphemy, says Valerie. I'm a big Neil Peart fan. My uncle, too. Mr. Scoville, Mr. Johnny, actually turned me on to Neil Peart. If you guys want to know some crazy knowledge from my childhood, if it weren't for my Uncle Johnny, I wouldn't know who Rush was. I wonder if he remembers that. I don't remember exactly how the knowledge was imparted to me. It might even been imparted to me from my dad, from my uncle. You know what I mean? Like my dad might have told me about my uncle's interest in this band, and that's how I got into it. I can't remember exactly how it went down, but my interest in Rush originated from my uncle's being into them. Kellyanne says, hope all goes well for you. Take care of yourself, Captain. So important. You are very a special young man. I admire your authenticity. Sending well wishes your way from Canada. Oh, well, thank you so much, Kellyanne. I'm gonna let you guys know as soon as I have dental service, so to speak. I'll let you guys know what's going on. I'm hoping to get it pulled today. I feel like there's no reason. The only thing I feel like that might stop me is maybe there's a backup of maybe it's a busy day because yesterday was a holiday, right? But I feel like they can always get you in for an extraction, right? I just need to remember where I went. Call that same guy. That's probably going to be my first move. Faster drummers. Yes, there are faster drummers. There are faster drummers. But they're in sheet music. Music is like a whole nother language. If you don't know, if you're not familiar, I took music theory and you learn like annotations and how to write music. It is its own language. Like everything that goes into English or Spanish or all these different languages, that's what music theory is, but it's for music. It's the language of music. It's super interesting, super complicated, but I guess not super complicated, complicated enough. But there is a symbol, an annotation for a pause, which is silence. So I don't think that fast is all there is to it, Sometimes you got to pause for dramatic effect. Shannon Smith is music illiterate. That's the thing, though. Even if you don't understand it, your body feels it. Music is the universal language for that reason. If a sad song comes on, you can tell that it's sad, even though you're music illiterate. Isn't that cool? I guess you can kind of tell that from people too with empathy, but it's the same kind of thing. It's that we're operating on the same kind of spectrum. It totally transcends physical boundaries and knowledge boundaries, which is really cool. I love music. I'd rather be blind than deaf, and I should probably stop saying that because one day I'll end up blind. But I think I'd rather walk through the world in darkness than in silence. And I've always felt that way. Ever since I was a wee one. Izzy E, good morning. Good to see you. Always a pleasure. I'm always stoked when you pop in. Stoked. The drummer for Atreyu is their clean vocalist. He'll be like hitting a sick rhythm and lean in and be like, ooh. It's so cool. I love it so much. I got to see them live with Tony when he was still alive. That was probably my highlight experience with Tony. My guy. That was such a great show. This song that just came on reminds me of Tony a lot. Actually, this album helped get me through his death. Off my feet. Did I see Lord Kiss Freak in here? I did. You've been here for a while, though. I just don't think I said your name. I get so used to seeing your face. Sometimes I forget to call you out, buddy. Good to see you. It's now official. The job offer is signed, returned, and I start on June 5th. Dude, I'm going to be celebrating. I'm going to be celebrating June 6th by going to a sweet punk concert. You'll have to let us know how it is and how you like it and whatnot. I mean, obviously, you want to put some time in or whatever before you share too much, right? But dude, congratulations. That's so cool. I can tell you're excited because you've been talking to us about it forever. So I'm just so happy for you, man. I hope that it turns out better than you could imagine, I hope it turns out to be just so just good, just real good. Yeah, just around the corner. We got like a week, huh? Something like that. Like in 8 days. Can't Swim is coming to town. Hopefully, I think they're coming to Tucson. I feel like a lot of bands just come to Phoenix, and me not having a car makes that difficult, but Can't Swim is coming. One of my favorite bands, one of my good friends in Salt Lake turned me onto this band. One of her favorite bands, and I was immediately hooked. I listened to this band a lot, and they have a very like diverse sound over their albums and their songs. Like they have songs that are like, in my opinion, to the T punk, and then they have like alternative-y, like kind of new age stuff, and they have like they even have like a drum machine and like lo-fi tracks, like to contrast it all. It's super interesting. They have like soft songs and heavy songs, songs about love, songs about all kinds. They have a very diverse band. Super into it. I would recommend. And it's hard to recommend a song because I can't remember which ones are about what. But let's see. Let's take a look. Let's take a quick gander on the Can't Swim Spotify and see which songs I've hearted. Oh, that one's sad. One of their like new age weird lo-fi ones is called Someone Who Isn't You. And then one of their classics is called Your Clothes. Your Clothes, the whole Death Deserves a Name album is really, really good. The title track, Death Deserves a Name, is like a really heartfelt love song, I feel like, but it's hard to tell. Anyways, you guys probably aren't super into punk, but I am. Be at the No Values Festival on June 8th. Where's that at? Dirty Mouse? I'll have to look that up. Finally going to see Iggy Pop, huh? Sweet. Sweet. Ooh, I just got some headache action. Oof. I just bought that Captain Spanx Calhoun action figure with headache action, complete with headache action. Press this button in the temple and it hurts, you know? Just kidding, it's relieving. Huh. Just absorbed in thoughts of my tooth now. I want to get it over with. They don't really open, these dentist office don't open until 8 or 9, so it's not like I could be doing anything right now anyways. Yeah, it is unreal that he's still touring. Yeah, it hurts, Caddy. I'm going in to get it pulled today, hopefully. That's my plan. I don't know why I'm complicating it with like the whole mouth. Like it's just one tooth that's a problem. I could go get that pulled and probably feel immediately better. So that's what we're going to do. I bet you there's a bunch of dentists chomping at the bit to pull my tooth. Miss Sunrise Dawn, good to see you. Welcome in. Oh, it's okay, Caddy. I did it to myself, and the good news is after today, I shouldn't have to deal with it anymore. Good morning, love it. Glad you made it. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, as soon as possible. Today, Shannon. 6 a.m. appointment. Good Lord. I need to find that dentist. That's super duper early. It's way too early, in my opinion. I will definitely be hydrating. I feel markedly better when I have enough water in my body. I'm so excited to like have the energy to go to the gym. I've been losing weight. I want to like look as good as possible for this thing in June, and I'm just over here losing weight. It's okay. I'm gonna get the tooth fixed, and I'm gonna eat a whole zebra. A whole zebra. Yeah, I feel like my dentists historically have not worked that hard either. Interesting, Caddy. I wonder if it was just a moral issue that he didn't want to deal with. Ooh. Ooh. Do you mean for weight loss? Have my thyroid checked for weight loss? I have not. But that's the second thing on my agenda today. I couldn't do this yesterday because it was Memorial Day, but I need to get a general practitioner doctor, like a regular doctor. Um, so I'm going to try and find a doctor that I jive with after I take care of the tooth today. Hopefully I can find, I don't know. I'm not going to complicate it. There's like one goal and there's a second goal, and they're not on the same tier, right? Get the tooth handled, go get a general doctor. So if they're next to each other, that would be cool, but I'm not going to count on it. I might just have to go from one to the other, but um, I need to get some blood work, and I have had problems with my thyroid in the past. So Jimena, hey Spanx, I'm not able to stay, and I just came in but saw the title and wanted to wish you the best today. I hope you feel better soon. Sending healing vibes your way. Well, thank you, Jimena. I can feel it. Um, I'm hoping that just getting the tooth pulled today will provide me with instant relief. That's the idea. That's what we're hoping for. Eating and drinking is becoming a task, though. If anything like goes that direction, it hurts. I'm doing my exit survey from my corporate job. Last day is June 7th. Restraining the urge to just put in all caps. Peace out. Lol. That's what my brain tells me to do too. It was real, it was fun, but it wasn't real fun. Just drop the pen. Seventh son is awake. No, you're probably right, Valerie. That doesn't sound bad. That sounds intelligent and thoughtful and empathetic. And you're probably right. I just want like everything right now. I want the world, Chico, and everything in it, you know. Um, and I want it all right now. So I just need to pace myself. Yeah, great advice, right? Seventh. Valerie's killing it this morning. On point. On point. Danielle McCoy, good thinking about the thyroid. Mine went from hypothyroid to hyperthyroid. Take Synthroid every day and it's perfect. Interesting. There's a lot to do, a lot going on with the thyroid that I don't know about. Your endocrine system is quite interesting, all your glands and whatnot. I saw the best movie this week, easy watching, Fall Guy. I have been looking at that. It looks like a good movie. Simply put, it's a good movie, huh, Caddy? I'll take that recommendation all the way to the bank. I'm going to go watch that. Hey, Spanx, echoing Jimena's words, came in for a quick hello and hoping you're feeling better soon. Well, thank you, Alley-oop. The plan is to go get this tooth pulled today. I don't need to complicate it about the whole mouth and get confused, and in fear of the dentist. I just need to get the one problem tooth pulled. Boom. Right? We can handle everything else when it becomes a thing, right? There's no need to be stunned into inaction. I could just get the tooth pulled. Blessed to crochet. See you at 11:30 a.m. for forgiving yourself. 11:30 a.m. Pacific, everybody. A Lee Majors TV show. Interesting. Yeah, that's right. Love it. The whole instant gratification thing is big time now. My mom used to always tell me growing up that wasn't going to serve me. She went through great pains to teach me other ways of thinking. I don't know if it worked, but I guess in the end it did. In the end it did. Lord Kiss Freak says, just spoke to HR again, and they will be sending me a ton of paperwork to go through, sign, and send back. By the end of today, I will know how to spell my own name for sure. LMFAO. Heck yeah, dude. As if you didn't already know how to spell your own name. Fly Away Home is a pretty good movie. I like that one. Hashimoto's thyroid disease. I'm gonna have to look into that. I wonder. I'm such a curious little guy. You know, I like to learn stuff. Hmm. Hmm. I met a guy. The last time I did a gig for the union. Well, I guess it wasn't the last time, but one of the last gigs I did with the union, and he gave me a ride home, and we got to like chatting and getting to know each other. And he was a really young guy. He's like in college. I think he's like a freshman or something. So he's probably like 10 years younger than me or something like that. But he told me that he's a Trotskyist. Do you guys know who Trotsky was? Here, I'm going to actually pull up some info just in case, because I hate putting my foot in my mouth and then having to remove said foot. It's the worst. Was a Russian revolutionary and political theorist. Oh, that is way too heavy for this moment. Anyways, it totally threw me off. This kid told me that he was Trotskyist. My initial reaction, I think, was like, so the first Mira says like anti-Stalin. The first line of I clicked on the wiki and then I went down to the political ideology. Just for the record, the wiki is not the place for learning, but that's the quickest thing I thought of. Considered himself to be a Bolshevik Leninist is the first line of that section. So I don't know if that's true or not. It does have a citation, but I'm not gonna check sources right now. I'm doing this with you guys. So, um, but yeah, so it just threw me off. It's a communist aligned sort of ideology, and it just kind of threw me off. Definitely didn't know what to say to the guy or like how to respond to something like that. Um, like my initial thought was, "Are you serious? Like, is this a joke? Or are you serious?" But he was 100% serious. And then my next thought, and none of this is vocal, right? This is all just in my head. My second thought was like, why? Why? Like, what about this? And I actually asked him. I'm sure I can't remember what his response was. I didn't want to get into a full on political discussion, but especially with someone that I don't know, I find it hard to have this conversation without seeming judgmental. I just feel like there's no I don't understand why people what I don't understand the value people find in communist ideals. And I guess that's also not a true statement. I probably do, but I can't think of an example of communist ideals working. And my there's a voice in my head that immediately responds, "Is capitalism working?" And I don't think so. But so what's this? What's that? I don't know. I don't know. It definitely seems like the grass is always greener kind of thing. I don't think giving the government more power is a good idea. Period. I definitely don't think allowing the government to own more land and more industry and more of our economy is a good idea either. But I was told not to get political. But this is the stuff that's on my mind today, and I was staring at the screen, being silent. So now this is what's coming out of my mouth, and that's all right, I guess. And Mira, looking back, I wish I had asked more questions. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because um, I shouldn't judge his intelligence, but I'm sure he has a good reason for believing what he believes. What is unforgiving? That's not a verb, so I don't understand. What is unforgiveness? You can't take forgiveness back. I don't understand the question. Do you mean give the crew on forgiving yourself? What wisdom would I give on forgiving yourself? Sitting in the dentist office right now, says Shauna B. I'm right behind you. As soon as I close this down, I'm going to give him a call. That's okay. Rachel Narf, I appreciate you. We're going to get through it. I love blueberries. I eat them quite frequently. Interesting. I wonder if this is something that I'm dealing with. This is so interesting. This is true, Kristen. I see the whole oligarch thing for sure. That's a huge percentage. That's criminal. Love it. I think that I'm just gonna go plus 2 crochet. I'm just gonna go with. I'm gonna assume that you meant to ask. Um, do I have any words of wisdom to give the crew for forgiving themselves? And to that, I say forgiving yourself is one of the most important things you can do. You have to. It's your obligation. It's your duty to forgive yourself. Otherwise, how are you going to move forward? It's like one of the most important things you're going to do in your life is forgive yourself because you're not a bad person. You just did some bad things. You know what I mean? You're not a bad person. You just made some mistakes. It's all good. It's okay. We all do that. We all fall down. And maybe whatever you're needing to forgive yourself for is a little extra. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just it's a little special. It's a little different. That's okay. I still think that you need to forgive yourself. I think it's a need. I think it's necessary. I don't think it's like a this could be good. I think it's a this could liberate, this could open the rest of your life up. That's all right. Bless you, Crochet. I just wanted to make sure before I answered. I wasn't sure. Yeah, it's not a this could be good. It's a this is gonna change everything. This is gonna open up my world. This is gonna allow me to move forward. You know what I mean? It's a need for sure. And that's how I feel. That's my 2 cents. The unchecked usually is the bigger issue than the government system. What's the unchecked? It's like, are you the guy to do it properly? Are you some prodigal son? Like for real? Like, if you are, that's cool. Tell me. Like, I believe you. That's fine. But I find it really hard to believe that you like see what, how many people, how many different civilizations, countries, I don't know what the right word is, how many different societies have tried this and failed, right? You think you see something that they didn't? I think the idea of community, I think the idea of connection is powerful. I think that the power being rooted, well, I shouldn't say that. The idea of the power being rooted in the people is very powerful and magnetic, compelling. That was the original, like that's what our country was founded on. And capitalism originally in this country was founded on like power to the people. The people, I remember in history class learning about the American system and whatnot, and that's not necessarily what it is today, but originally it was a certain way, and it was about power to the people. And I'm sure that when Stalin or whatever Lenin, I don't know my Russian history right now, but when the Bolsheviks took over, I'm sure when they were having this whole party upheaval and whatnot, and the Soviets, the Bolsheviks won. I'm sure that I forgot what I was talking about, and that's okay. But oh, I'm sure that it was proposed as a working class kind of society deal. So like it is a magnetic idea, but it's, as far as I know, it's just an idea. It's not real. Like the real connection is built, not just like accepted as law. Does that make sense? We have to create, we have to build our connections. We can't just like, we can't structure things. We can't create connection with, maybe I'm crazy. I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say. That's not going to create connection, period. Even though it's kind of dressed up to seem like it. Yeah, there's no checks and balances to government power. And isn't that kind of what we have right now? We have so many checks and balances. The system is so convoluted. It's like not having any. Nothing ever gets done, right? Isn't that kind of what's going on? It's like the other extreme. I don't think that there's a whole lot of, I think that there is an overwhelming amount of struggle in the world today. I don't think that it's getting better for a whole lot of people. I think it's getting worse for pretty much everybody, almost everybody. Davey, missed you. Good morning. How are you? Happy you're here. You guys saying hello to each other is so cute. Yeah, no posting while driving. Your posting while driving card is revoked. Robert Reich, huh? Called Inequality for All. Highly recommend. Thank you for recommending that. Yes, please be safe. We like you a lot, Sierra Terry. We need you. We need you to come back tomorrow and the next day and all of that. Zaphod Beeblebrox. If con is the opposite of pro, then congress must be the opposite of progress. Ooh. Ooh. I like that a lot. I'm going to write that down right now, actually. I think that's hilarious. I'm going to say that at all the city council meetings that I attend. Lol. That's hilarious. Well, kind of want to eat some food before I go to the dentist, so I think I might just get out of here a little early, guys. I know I'm not supposed to do that. I know, but today's a special day, and I'm gonna go ahead and just surrender to the flow of getting my tooth pulled today. 1-800-pull-my-tooth. If one of you showed up with a pair of pliers, I'd probably let you just take it out. That's how ready I am. So wish me luck. I'm going to call the dentist here in about 15 minutes. Oh, wait, it's 8 right now. I'm going to call him right now. I'm not late at all, actually. I'm right on time. Hope you get some rest, Izzy. Uh-oh. Thanks, Izzy E. I hope your wrist is all right. Hopefully it's just a mild skin irritation or something, right? Nothing too crazy. That was one of my dad's favorite jokes, seventh son. Tom Hanks and an ice skate. You lost me, Zaphod. Mosquitoes are so weird looking and gross, and it's no wonder they carry diseases, Oh, thanks, Valerie. I'm keeping you in my heart and on my thoughts. I've been saying prayers for you. I hope that's all right. I like that a lot. Mocked Murdochical. People care about their interests as a community. There's not so much government can do to take stuff away. Community works. I like that a lot. And Kristen Melinda, I would have to say that this was probably intentional jab in Hollywood. They do this kind of thing all the time, especially if you go back and watch movies from like the Red Scare era. You can tell what time period that this movie was made in. You know what I mean? So I think little details like this are gems. They're like, what do they call it? Easter eggs, right? Like there's a lot more to the naming of this pig than just that was the name of the pig in the movie or whatever, right? That like this pig was named after a revolutionary in Bolshevik Russia who XYZ blah 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 and stands for, and we viewed that as this, so we named the pig that. I think that's hilarious. I think that is the reading between the lines that I really, really like. That's that fun stuff, that fun info. We are bent, not broken bunch. Wow, it was really swollen then, huh? Tell you about our Legend of the Giant Mosquito War and the blood tribute sometime. Oh my. Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne, I believe is how the term goes, how the saying says. Thanks, B. Hendricks. I'm sure it will. I have all the faith. I have no fear. The only thing I'm like not looking forward to the dude clamping down and then like moving my jaw back and forth via like pliers or whatever the heck. But it's the only way. You gotta get angry. You gotta get mean. It's the only way. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. What? Ooh. It did not happen. It's still in there, but the dentist opens at like 8 a.m., which was 4 minutes ago. So I'm about to call them. I hate saying goodbye, and leaving is always difficult for me. Sometimes it takes me like 15 minutes. That's okay. I'm just like out talking with all my peeps. I'm glad you made it, though. We talked about political stuff. We talked about all kinds of stuff. We talked about communism. We talked about a guy named Trotsky. We talked about briefly about the Great Blood Tribute of the mosquitoes of '92. Talked about all kinds of stuff today. I can't even remember. It was a wild ride, though, Jamie. I would highly recommend checking the replay out. Please show our ripples some love today. Hit that like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications if you like what we do here. It certainly makes a difference. Catch Blessed to Crochet this morning at 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. Catch Carol at Needing a Meeting this afternoon at 1:40 p.m. Pacific time. And then I feel like I'm not going to be on at 5 p.m., but maybe I will be if I get my tooth pulled. I feel like that's not happening. We'll see. But the Admiral will be covering for me this evening. And if not at 5, he will be live at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. You guys have a great Tuesday, all right? Wish me luck. And, even if I don't do a show this evening, I'll pop in the chat and let you guys know how I'm doing, okay? I'm going to go make those appointments. Make today a great one.